Alright, let's see what items we start with. 70 steps. The keycard and the crown of the blueprints. Honestly, not a bad starting combo. First time you draw a red room while drafting, you may remove it from today's draft pool. And you just get a free gem. And keycard is honestly a great start anyway. Now, let's take a look at what our outside room is going to be. I should have tried to dig here. I feel like that might be something too. But, you know. Root cellar, trading post, schoolhouse. We need to draft schoolhouse, classrooms. It has been a while. Random ass coin. Herbie. I never noticed that this one says Herbie. And that makes me wonder if this is always Herbie's desk in a classroom. Is Herbie here? Schoolhouse Rock, exactly. That doesn't open. I wish that opened. Okay. That would sort of make sense, because I think the person who sits here generally gets the best grades in the classroom. Curious if there's still like a hole in the ground where I dug. Doesn't look like it. Okay. But yeah, I think the person who sits there is generally the one that gets better grades. Cool. All right. I still need to draft the tomb, but... Oh, library. We can just straight up do another library and pick another book. So the only book I haven't checked out now is The Curse of Blackbridge. So we're going to do that. Because, of course, we need to read our last book. And I'm not even convinced that that is the last book. I am actually pretty convinced that there's going to be more. I cannot do the classroom. So we'll do the wine cellar and get gems, because we're going to need gems for the classrooms. I also think that's something. 1213. I'm not convinced that this room doesn't have more clues. Like, also, why is this open? Is there something in there? Is there a message in that bottle? What number do you see in the cellar? This. MCCXIII. That is 1213. So, you know, this is the Sinclair family crest. So Sinclair family established 1213. Let's go up. Ooh. Parlor, pantry, lock trunk. This is a dangerous situation we're getting ourselves into here. There. I don't need more coins, so we'll do another parlor game. Not a message, but there's a genie in a bottle. I gotta rub it the right way. Well, this game doesn't have a very intuitive rub mechanic. So... 2 out of 10. Also, I just noticed... I think the pillows might change. I don't know. It's a dry rub mechanic. The game does it, but I do. The gems are in a box with 2 statements. That is true. The gems are in the blue box. The blue box has at least 1 true statement. The white box has at least 1 true statement. This cannot be true. Because if this is true, then all 3 boxes are true. Which means the gems are in this... No. Ooh. You want chafing? Because that's how you get chafing. Phrasing. This can't be true, because if this is true, then all 3 boxes are true. And that goes against how it works. Yeah. But this also, if this is false, expresses only true, only false statements, only true statements. Oh, you know what? This might be playing with the technicality of the rules for the first time. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements, or will always be at least one box which only displays only false statements. There could be one box that displays one true and one false statement. Meaning this could be a box that displays one true statement and one false statement. Which means... it would still end up being in here, right? Because... or it could be this is... these have to both be true or both be false, right? So this can't be a statement with one true, one false. This is around when we started to hate this puzzle. I still love these. Okay. These can't be one true, one false, because that is true guarantees that these are both true or false together, right? So the only way this puzzle works is if one of these is true, one of these is false. Which means this is either true or false. These are either both true or both false. Okay. So either the gems are in a box with 2 statements. Either this entire box is false, meaning the gems are in a box with 1 statement, which means they're in here. But if these are false, then this is true, and that would be a contradiction. Oh, no. Oh. Hang on. But if this is true, and this is false, then the gems are in here. Yeah. Interesting. We have failed a couple of parlor games before, but... oh my god, you're fucking me up here. I want the classroom, but... might be the shortest run ever. Might be the shortest run ever. Okay, what's my best bet here? I'm going to draft the bottom ones first, because if I can get something that goes up... okay. What is this? Has this always been here? This little house? It looks like it has. Is this telling me there's a room on top of the garage? Is that what that's telling me? I hate this. Okay. Well, we have a key. That doesn't help me. We have to go through here. I was going to try to go straight through and then see if I could curve up, but literally the shortest run ever. What in the fuck? They were just like, no, you don't get anything that goes north. Don't I have the key card? Yeah, I have the key card. What is the key card going to do for me? I guess I could try. I could go through the basement. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. We didn't even get to use our crown. I guess we'll get a closet. Hey, a die. That would have been helpful. Alright. We will go do that. But, Haggis, I've told you before about backseating. But it's good for me to remember that I can do that. Well, the classroom run's already basically done, I think. And it doesn't matter how excited I am. I'm going to be excited about every run. Because the thing I forgot was that this stays unlocked. Oh, there we go. Because in my mind, I know that these are unlocked, but in my mind, these doors stay locked until you get the basement key. But of course they don't, because that's how you... Well, that's why this is relevant. Where's my foundation? It's rank 5, I think. Rank 6. Yeah, it's a good spot for it. It's like it's pretty close to the antechamber to like make the run back. But it's not too far. All right. I can remove the chapel from today's pool and get a free... gem. So we'll go ahead and... Oh, fuck. Okay. That's not how you do that. So for future reference, if you ever have the crown, you don't just click on it. You click the thing below it. Yours was dead center. You knew someone who drew it on rank 2. Interesting. I sort of assumed you wouldn't be able to draft it on rank 2. I'm guessing you can only draft it in the center tiles because it has to be essentially 4 doors. Even though it's only 3 doors, you have to be able to get to the west side of it. So it can't be something that ends up on the edges. But it sort of makes sense it could be anywhere in the middle, you know? Okay, well, we have 2 doors here. We'll go this way. It was where I had the wine cellar. That would be rough. That would be quite rough. West Wing Hall, dark room. Oh, I could still draft. Okay, I could still remove something from here. I could still remove it, so I don't have to remove the first one. That's good to know. Let's do the West Wing Hall. Because it says the first time you draw a red room while drafting, you may remove it from today's draft pool. But it's actually the first time you... Yeah, you can do it once each. Oh, classroom would block me up, but all of these would. So we'll do classroom. Okay. Now, my hunch is that this is Herbie's seat. Oh, of course it's Herbie's seat, and he has the worst grades because he loves everything red. Okay, who did the best? 10 out of 12, 9 out of 12, 10 out of 12. So these two both did pretty well. So the reason this is important and why I wanted to do classrooms again is because this gives you information about 3 different places potentially. So we're pretty sure that so let's see. Pumpkins are orange, wagons are red. I don't know about lizards, broccoli, blueprints, grapes. Bananas are yellow. Water's blue. Fire hydrants are red in this game. Apparently. I don't know about if lizards are green is correct, but so that implies to me that actually on this one, 2 of the 3 flags are wrong, which isn't very helpful. I don't think Arch Aries is yellow, but it might be. And Iraja, I think, is purple. But one of those is correct. One of those 3 flags is correct. Which is a little wild. I could have sworn Iraja was going to be purple. Let's see what the other ones say. This one has... The blueprint is wrong. The blueprint is wrong. The lizard might also be wrong here, which means 2 of the 3 of those are correct. But that can't be. 2 of the 3 of the flags? That can't be. The only flags that are the same on this are Arch Aries being yellow. What do you say? Each color is only used twice. So they tried to use red 3 times, which isn't correct, which means the lizard isn't red. This makes sense. Iraja is purple, and Kororika is orange in this case. Which means that's correct, but that's wrong. They flipped around Iraja and Kororika. Otherwise, this would be perfect. Is what I'm gleaning from this. So Kororika is actually orange. Which is a little strange because Kororika, in the dormitory, it had gold trimmed, things. But yeah, so in this case, the Iraja flag, the lizard, and the blueprint are wrong, and that's his 9 out of 12, 3 missing there. And this one, he just flipped the 2 flags around. And Benny fucked up the lizard and the blue flag there. That one's supposed to be yellow. This is Caleb. Your favorite color is red. Get fucked, Caleb. Okay, so Herbie doesn't have a consistent seed here. Okay, we learned something. Let's go this way. Draft another classroom. Rank 2. This one, I don't think there's anything super interesting here, because this is just teaching you about the math, which I already know how the math works. Now I'm at the point with the math puzzles that we're getting square roots. So But there's my classroom. All right, let's go the other side of the chapel. Feed the pig. Do another classroom. Hallway gets me better directions, though, and a nook gets me a key, which I will need nooks. Actually do the nook here. Weirdly enough, I want to do the nook here. Alright, let's go this way. Dormitory, we'll do observatory. Because this will give us a bunch of resources. I can start re-rolling soon. Okay, that's a dead end thing. That's a key. That's apples are delicious. And that's the sale. It didn't make sense to me at first that the like why the star things only worked when you clicked on them, and now it totally does. These are all dead ends, so I'll do the classroom. Grade 3. Oh yeah, these are in a totally different order. Okay, what's this one about? Science worksheet. This is like the laboratory puzzle. But there's not a lot of like... yeah, H2O in gaseous state is called Mrs. Peterson. Disrespectful. Get wrecked, Mrs. Peterson. This... yeah, this still has 2 letters missing. This still has 2 letters missing. Can I look through the microscope? Can I read the books? Do the books have history lessons in them? Science is fun! Nine 927. You know? I don't think that's anything. I'm gonna write it down. Gonna write it down. God, I'm sure there's like so many more clues in these things. So are you something? No? Alright, let's go back to the foundation. This is such a weird ass run. Hallway has a trunk. Kennel, we don't have a diggy spot. So I think we'll do the hallway. We can open the trunk and see if it gives us more keys or gems. Secret garden key. Could be worse. Pantry goes the direction I want. So we will go that way. God, all my keys. Okay, we can do another classroom. It honestly takes me the way I want to go. I want this to fill out down. So I think... oh, commissary though. Items for sale. We'll do the classroom because I can reroll several times out of here. Alright, what is this about? This is history. Got it. Okay, so that tells us that nuance is the... Yeah, I just need a picture of this. Honestly, though, Isles of Orsay. Outer Circle, Astronomy. The Seeker of Signs. The Devoted Circle, the Three of Tides. Oh my god. Hi, DJ. Honestly, I need all of these. I need pictures of all of these. The Spiral of Stars, the Sacred Circle, the South Key, the North Circle. The North Circle, those symbols underneath there are the symbol of Costa Rica, basically. Yeah. Which makes sense. It's next to that. Okay, I need to just take a picture of this whole fucking thing. Because that tells me where everything is. Isles of Orsay. So interesting that of course, it says 8 realms in 8 months, but there's only 7 realms listed. But this is before Fen Ares existed, right? You can see it's Arch Ares, Orinda Ares, or Raja. Nuance. This is yeah. So Fen Ares came about somewhere in the middle of like of this. Saja. Those look like my parlor boxes. Eight. Oh, this is great. This is really helpful. Hey, hang on, I can look at this. Okay, hang on. So this is... We know Iraja, that one, is the little hourglass symbol. So that implies to me that nuance is the diamond. Nuance is the diamond. Then on the other side, Costa Rica we know is that symbol, the like little V, and then Vera must be the little notches. Vera. Okay. Border, color. It's all going to be helpful one day. Excuse me? $58. What on earth could that be about? Okay. The Spiral of Stars, that is the symbol that's in her ladyship's chamber. Me, who's live literally yesterday. Go ahead and start, Moose. We're gonna be in this. And then Morajai is 8. Those are my 8 realms. The 7 that are listed here, and Fen Ares. Okay. These planets, Mamora, Vea, Fenmora, Mamora, Dauja. That's a whole thing. Is Eclipse, in Eclipse. Isles of Aresi. The Three of Tides. These are the Aegeran Angels. That's like the chimney sweep. That's the gardener. Keeper of the Signs. The Devoted Moon, and then something else. Oh, and there's there's all my symbols. So that last one, the little rainbow, must be Morajai. Yeah, because all the others are accounted for. And Fen Ares is the pentagon, which isn't there because this was the third era. Et Sphere versus Or Sphere. Is in. There is stuff in this that I am not going to get for a while. Woman at the top has a hawk and a bat on a chain. It's a teapot. Can I have some tea, please? I would like to refresh my steps. So this we already know, actually. We've already got this pretty well down. So the right-hand side got Arch Ares, Arinda Ares, and Iraja. So they got Arinda Ares wrong because they marked it with the Fen Ares symbol, which is interesting, clever little bit there. We know that Nuance is the one right next to it, which is the diamond, so that's correct. And then Morajai is the curved one up there, and they mix up the Vera and the Morajai and the Kororika symbols. Right? Kororika, Morajai, and Vera. Yeah. B minus 5 out of 7. Two are wrong here. Okay, so they're not considering... Yeah, so they're actually... In this one, they messed up swapped those two. They're actually not considering the Arinda Ares one wrong. They're considering that to be correct. Interesting. Moraven, Arindia. Morajai, the Great Tress. Kororika is the biggest one. Vera, okay. Ooh, geez. Fen Ares. Yep. Royal Museum. Oris is the city that, yeah, so Mount Holly, that represents Mount Holly. Oris is the city that they moved the capital to. Reddington is where the capital used to be. Fen is the castle where that's now the capital city. Okay. This is Fen Ares propaganda. All right, let's keep going. Courtyard is pretty good. I can redraw, but government propaganda say it in, so there's a lot of it here. But I want some gems and potentially an item. That is a key card. You bastard. I have a key card. We're fine. I don't have a shovel, though, so... Okay, morning room, den, classroom. Let's go. Let's go classroom. Grade 5. Okay. Art class. What am I supposed to learn from this? I'm supposed to learn that I have this. Apples are extra delicious. Draw 2 things that share all but one letter. This... I don't know, but this grade feels the most useless. This has a red flag in it. What? But like, this one feels the most useless. Experimental house features. Okay, we're not getting another one. So let's do the commissary. So I can buy some shit. Sledgehammer. Sleeping mask. Running shoes. Buy everything. Love that my tactic now with the commissary is literally buy the entire place out. No gems or keys, though, which makes me nervous. All right, we'll do the classroom here. It's my last gem, but we're going to do it. Because this is the highest I've ever made it. Grade 6. History worksheet. Oh my goodness. Okay. History is penned by the victors. Yeah. Fen Ares over Orinda Ares or whatever. Okay. So, 50%. Fourth King of Orindia. Which realm did not ally with Fen Ares during the war? I actually know some of this. The black flag is correct, probably. Prince Learson, I think, is correct. 1 and 6, I think, are correct, based on the History of Orindia book that we've read. I think the War of the Fifth Era said 22 years. Which realm did not ally with Fen Ares during the war? I think it was Iraja. I think it's an Arch Ares and Nuance did. But I'm not sure. Fen Ares is named after a historical figure. Oris probably sounds right. There. Which means, how many sons did the fourth king of Verindia? 3, 4, and 5 might be wrong there. Let's see what these say. 67%. 4 out of 6. Correct. So, wait, how does that make sense? Black Flag 22 years is correct. Maybe it was Archaries. Maybe Araja and Nuance did. And 2. So it must be, yeah, it must be 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are correct. Or 6. Oh, actually, no. Desolates the fourth may have been the first crowned ruler of Fen Ares, and Prince Learson was the first king of, like, Orinda Ares or whatever. Okay. I'm not going to stress about this one too much, because I care a little more about continuing to draft when given that I have no keys and no gems. We don't have a shovel either. We do have a sledgehammer now, so we can break that. Car keys and a gem, huh? Ugh. Alright, well, hallway it is. But we have no... I can do the special key. Can I do the secret garden key there? No, I can't. Locked trunk, we've already opened that one. Alright, foundation door, you're it. Okay, den, bedroom, classroom. Ooh. I have to do the den. We need more gems to do this. And so. Alright, let's go here. Special keys, we can use the secret garden key here. That'll do a lot for us. We don't have a shovel, but does get us... I'm not going to bother opening both of these right now, because getting to the antechamber is not a priority. Neither of these are particularly useful. We'll do her ladyship's chamber. Yeah. See, this is why I was pretty sure Araja was purple, because she has the symbol on her diary and on the locket. And she's got this purple flag in here, and the description says in the this, a tribute to her childhood in Araja. And that's the thing from the... Okay, I do have a key. So do I want to do the hallway or this first? I think I want to try... Let me try this door, see if this is locked. That's locked. We'll do this one. Okay, dining room, vault. Go dining room here. Should give me half my steps basically right away. That's not locked. Kinda can't believe it. Oh, I do have a locksmith here. Keys for sale. We'll do that. Do a special key. Hi, Ginger. How are you? Edgar. Stop that. Got a silver key. Doing well. Nice. And we can do another 3 keys here. Oh, snatching the crown. Okay. Hello, new VIP. Okay. Alright, let's go back through here. We now have these. Can do another classroom. That's a dead end. Gym takes me through, so we'll do that. We have plenty of steps, so I'm not worried about the gym. Stop licking the ground, you weirdo. Let's re-roll here. I don't like those. Mount Holly gift shop, huh? Gives me 2 doors. Wine cellar gives me gems. So does the gallery, but wine cellar gives me 3 gems. Second wine cellar, because we added a second wine cellar to our drafting pool. I don't know if I would like that, but I didn't understand how the Chamber of Mirrors worked initially. So we just did that. Classroom it is. Grade 7. Algebra. Oh, joy. Got it. Advanced functions. Ah, so the diamond is something and the waves are something. Oh, fuck. Remember, don't square till you're there. Yep. I've learned that one a little bit. 9 out of 12, C+. Who got the best score? C? So, the regular square is square, clearly. Square root is the diamond. So, like, okay, 5 times the square of 2, 2 squared, that's 5 times 4 is 20, times 5 is 100. Minus 95. Oh, minus 95 is 5 squared? Hang on. But see, the problem is that they gave these people a C+. 9 out of 12. So we know that that one's, the top one's correct. 3 squared is 9. 3 squared minus 5 is 9. 7 minus 5, 2 squared is 4. 3 times 2 is 6 squared is 36. 2 squared is 4 times 1 squared is 4. So the order of operations is do the first function, then a square, then a function, then a square. So 5 times 2 is 10, squared is 100, plus 5 minus 95 is 10, but then it's squared again, equals 100. So that bottom one is one of the ones that's wrong, I think. Square root of 16 is 4. 12 minus... No, 12 plus... No. 12 minus 2, the square root is 2. That one seems wrong. 30 minus 5 is 25. The square root is 5. So I think the bottom left and then the second and third on the right are wrong. These other three are all just 21.7, like rounded up, is 22. Oh, no, hang on. My pleasure, Ginger. Huh. What could that possibly be? The waves. $21.7. Maybe it is rounded. Rounded up would be 22. Rounded down would be 20. Rounded to the nearest place. Yeah. Rounded to the near to which decimal place? 21.7 rounded to the nearest 1 is 22. 21.7 rounded to the nearest 10 is 20. 59.6 rounded to the nearest 100 is 100 minus 59.6 rounded to the nearest 1, which is 60. So it's 100 minus 60 is 40. Those three are correct, and this is designed to teach you that those three are correct. Because the other three, the bottom left one and the second and third on the right side, are wrong. And that's her wrong. So let me find a page I can write some math on. Don't want to write on my dates page. We'll do here. Vera and Morja. Okay, math. So square root equals round to ones, double 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 equals round to twos, to tens, and then 3 squiggles on top and bottom equals round to hundreds. Cool. Well, this is not even, this is still arithmetic. This isn't even algebra yet. We're not solving for x or anything. We're just multiplying, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, squaring, square rooting, and then rounding. Yeah. Okay. I think we learned what we can from that classroom. Our only option is the secret garden. But that's okay. That wasn't correct, but we got an apple for it anyway. We have keys. I can use my silver key to give us many doors here. West Wing Hall, conference room, the pool. I'll do a West Wing Hall because I don't want to pool this run. Dinner is served, huh? There's my classroom. It's a dead end, but there's room 8. Oh, it isn't a dead end. It goes up. Cool. Foreign language class. Learn Irajan. Hello, can you teach me a new word? The large house is towards the east. I will swim at dawn. I won't read at night. The branches of the tree are old. The trunk of the tree is small. Okay, so it seems like it's a code. Early Eragon did not use any verbs, so today the rare usage of verbs are comprised almost entirely of loan words and are mainly used to describe physical actions. So, ja, large, away, old, the end of, a lack of myself, when paired with a verb can mean I will or won't, similar to lu. Okay, so who did the best here? I need an entire page of notes on this. Okay, so Ajlor, Nevlor. Nevlor makes sense. Nev is new, lore is word, right? New word. Ajlor Nevlor would basically mean first word, new word. You didn't use verbs, so it wouldn't necessarily have... I'm not sure about that. The large house is towards the east. So house is hue. Am, large house. Yep. Huam, large house. Ovet, towards. Et. That makes sense. Ovet, to the east. That actually makes sense with something we saw in the world classroom. Et sphere or whatever. Okay. Swim is an Englishism, essentially. I will swim. L is like me swim. L swim equals me swim, essentially. At dawn. Nev Dao. Dao means like new day. Nev Dao would mean like new day. Day / dawn. I won't read at night. Nigh is just night, right? Night. I won't read. Read, lay. Lack of myself. Huh. Read, lay. Won't. Yeah. I won't read. And then the branches of the tree are old. Then tree is tree. Then and the end of. So he's saying, yeah, end of the tree. Okay, the ends of the tree are old, the branches, right? The trunk of the tree ma, small new tree. Trunk of the tree is small. Okay, so this is very interesting. Compared to the verb can mean I will or won't, similar to ul or lu. So what do these mean? What do these mean, huh? So adulor means new word. Olgo. Nevdao. Nevdao means like dawn or new day. Okay. That is quite a thing. That is quite a thing. We'll do this. Doesn't really matter from here. Hey, a key. Because we're mostly here to do classrooms. We did 8 classrooms. I know there's a 9th. Clock tower. I only have 1 redraw left. I know this clock is at 1:30. Southward I see a swan. Lurk away T-News. Ashen like sands of the shore. Carried by westerly winds, rogue like the moon of the north. Eastward I see a crow. Dark are the days coming forth. I didn't trust that I would get another classroom. Oh my god, T-News, hello, thank you for the biddies. Happy Pride flag. I don't understand this room. At all. Can't click on anything, can't do anything here. Can still see can't get around this. That says 1:30 still. I wonder... I want to come back here at 1:30 when all the clocks are at 1:30. That's my best guess about the clock tower puzzle. It's... yeah, it says the sacred hour. We know that 1:30 is the sacred hour. We know that 1:30 is the sacred hour. But it might be like a specific 1:30. I don't know. Ooh, well, we learned a lot there. So let me go back to some of my other classrooms. Algebra. Just losing basketballs left and right here. Grade 4. Okay, this is what I was thinking of. So this says Or sphere and Et sphere. So we know Et sphere. That Et means east, right? Because, yeah, Ovet means east. So we assume that Or means west, and Et means east. Right? That makes sense. Do you have a magnifying glass? This says the rogue moon, the devoted moon. Okay. Or say islands of West. Don't know what those mean. Mamora. Ma means small. Daoja is last, or Ja. Ja is last. Vea, I don't know. Fen Mora. We assume Mora means like Earth or something. I don't know. Is eclipse and in eclipse. Those. That probably means something. We're probably meant to be able to eventually deduce what is and in are. Seja, south. Right? So I'd say say might mean south. Moraven. Yeah, we're piecing some stuff together here. Slow going, though. All right. Well, we are drafted out here. We're gonna call it a day. I'm gonna call it a day there. Grand campus. 8 classrooms and a library. Nice. That's awesome. All right. I do think that is going to be where we end the stream today, though. I could keep going a little bit, but my brain is already melting a little bit, and I need to have dinner. We got a lot of information today. We found a new clue, and that had just a wealth of information, and it got us a new microchip for the Blackbridge Grotto, and also apparently the sundial in the apple orchard. Who knew? We did get and open a new sanctum chamber. We haven't solved it yet, but we did open a new sanctum chamber, so that's good. We raised our allowance permanently. We still haven't drafted another tomb, so that's going to be, I'm going to add that to my like major to-do list. Draft tomb and cross the reservoir. Plus final exam. We still need to do that. Alzara, what the fuck? Done. Okay. I'm gonna say the Great Alzara is basically done for now. We did a lot today. I am very pleased with the progress that we have made today. There is still a lot to do. I need to also write go to clock tower at 1:30. That should be pretty doable when it's like if you draft it early, you know what I mean? So I think, yeah, so we are done. So let us prepare to raid out. I'm not sure when I'll be back. I mean, I'll be back, in a day or two at the most. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not till Monday, depending on how things go. There are some raid messages. Let's go. Oh, I was going to go to see someone, but they just stepped away from their computer. Well, let's see here. Hi, Edgar. Why are you whining? Why are you whining? Everything's fine, baby boy. Okay. Let's go see Knight. Playing Tomb Raider. Not the same kind of game, but... kind of puzzling in its own way. We can say archaeology ties it together. Yeah, I'll be back maybe tomorrow, maybe not till Monday, but either way, I will see you soon. Thank you, everyone, for coming on in. Thank you for the lovely raid and the follows. I'll go check out your channel in a moment. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend if I don't see you. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.